So we're just about ready to have our opening face-off. 2 25-minute halves here in the girls' game.
We'll look to see what kind of possession that each team can establish right here off of the draw. Obviously, that draw is a critical part of gaining possession and then establishing their offensive sets. See if they can get control, calm down, get into their normal formations, and attack the goal aggressively.
And I think we'll see how many, I believe, called set plays, restarts off of penalties.
Sure, 8 meters, the free position.
The free positions that, frankly, that a lot of offense comes off of those as well. So.
Yeah, a lot of that comes from how aggressive the attacking players are getting into the fan, the 8-meter area. And if they get fouled in that area, then they are awarded a free position, an 8-meter shot, where it's basically a one-on-one with the goalie. And you can see who the better player is at that point in time.
And a good team can oftentimes draw those kind of calls, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So whether it's a shooting space or a check into the bubble, a good offensive player can make those aggressive moves to the cage and sometimes force those fouls.
And Mccarthy, of course, on the field for the Bulldogs, their leading scorer. She had the opportunity to do a game with us here on the TV side a couple of weeks ago. Did a terrific job.
I understand she was quite the play-by-play girl.
Certainly knowledgeable about the sport, had some good opinions.
That's great. She's also, to my understanding, pursuing the New Hampshire career all-time scoring record.
Which I believe was, 335 goals?
335, I believe. I'm not sure how many she is away, but she's pretty darn close.
At the game, I believe it was 305. So
okay.
I'm not sure what her scoring pace has been since.
Well,
I'm sure she's on her way.
If she scores 30 today, that'd be a record or something.
Yeah, just do that. Anyway, right off the face-off, there's a foul called and possession given to the Clippers. Broken up and recovered there by the Clippers. That was number 2, Madeline Roloffs. Now they work the perimeter here. Number 21, Ophelia Sudi, with the ball. Now down low, behind the goal line. Being guarded there by Mackenzie McEachern.
Good job by McEachern playing high side there. She stayed on goal line extended and forced the player back down low.
And a centering attempt broken up there. McEachern picks up the loose ball and Bedford comes the other way. Being watched closely, guarded by Portsmouth. And now the pass up to number 34, Zoe Michaud. Sorry about that. She pulls up, double teamed, but she gets away from that press into the Bedford zone. Now we have a whistle.
The check was a little too close to her head, so she's going to be awarded the ball. Bedford will keep the ball and head into the offensive area.
So Michaud sends it to McCarthy. She gets close to the goal, tries to split the defense, loses the ball, and the Clippers come the other way. I believe that's Kate Schultz. Passes it up. Clippers get it over the midfield stripe. Turnover forced there on a check, and Bedford takes it away.
That was great hustle by Julianne Bell. She got back and made a nice check and was able to get the ball on the carpet. So they'll settle now, get into their offense.
And Hannah McCarthy over to McEachern. Julianne Bell and Chamberlain Bell working the top of the offense. Chamberlain Bell moves in, then pulls back to McEachern, back to Bell. Portsmouth defense keeping Bedford out on the perimeter.
So, Harry, the Portsmouth team is playing a little bit of a different defense where they come and double the ball. They call it a backer defense. It's almost like a zone, but, it's not working that time as Hannah McCarthy gets free with the lefty, finishes high, top right for your first goal of the game.
And Julian Bell, I believe, was the one who provided the centering pass. So at 22-22.
Hannah McCarthy. Assist to number 5, Julian Bell.
So Bedford takes the 1-0 lead. pretty soon after the opening draw, and that's a good start for the Bedford Bulldogs.
At the 22-22 mark, McCarthy adding to her team-leading goal total with help there from Julian Bell on the centering pass. Very nicely done. And we're back at midfield for the face-off. Ball is in the air, still loose. Now on the ground, the Clippers come up with it.
Good ground ball there. She was able to get her stick in, made a nice pickup, and we're going to have a check inside the bubble. So
that was Anna Smith who lost control, but she gets the ball right back. Coming in straight down with a shot
nice
and a save.
Hannah Paradise with a nice save right off the bat. High bouncer came right up into her chest. She's able to corral that.
Now Ava Gaudet passes the ball up to Sydney Lynch. She crosses midfield but loses it. Now the Clippers come the other way. 21, Ophelia Sudi. She loses it and picks it up. Bedford gets it back. McCarthy can't quite control it.
That's going to be an empty right there. He was checking the stick when the opposing player's stick was empty. They didn't have the ball in their possession yet, so you can't check that empty stick. So Julia Roloffs is going to pick it up, get it moving forward for Portsmouth.
And Anna Smith takes it down the sideline. Being watched closely there by Zoe Michaud. Behind the net, centering pass shot, and
good save.
Save right there by Paradis.
That was a great find. The player was unmarked in the middle. Unfortunately, she couldn't convert. As Paradise makes a nice save, a little kick save with her left leg, getting it out, and just enough of a piece of the ball.
Two big saves now for Paradis in this game, keeping the Clippers off the scoreboard. 1-0, Bedford in the lead with 20:45 to go in the first half. Sally Squire being checked, sends it down low.
Another save.
And a rebound. Yeah, that was a heads-up play there, but trying to get the number. Well, we'll get the official score. We can't quite make the number out of it. She's sideways to us, but very good hustle play there. Actually, I think I see a number 1. That's Julia Roloffs.
She was denied first and then was able to pick up the ground ball and finish top left. Nice way to stick with it. Sometimes we call those garbage goals, Harry. They're ones right in the middle. You make a nice save, but the ball's still loose, and they're able to pick it up and put it right in the back of the net. So back to the draw with 1-1 score with 20:35 left in the first half.
In the air, and a whistle. It's going to go Bedford's way.
So again, that stick check was a little too close to Bedford's head, and that's Chamberlain Bell there. So she'll motor it into the offensive end and settle.
And she pulls back and waits for her teammates to join her on the offense. Sydney Lynch over to McCarthy, back to Lynch. McEachern with it. Bedford sets up its offense. All tied at 1, under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Drops it off now to Julian Bell. Bell passes it inside.
Nice play. Bell finds Sydney Lynch, number 10, for the top right score again, so it's 2-1 Bedford.
So Julian Bell picks up her second assist. Making it 2-1 now. Bedford had 19:49 on the first half. So Bell's really seeing the play well, able to find the unmarked player in scoring position, whether it's from behind the net or across the crease or from behind.
It seems like Bedford's making some good cuts through the middle there. As Portsmouth's playing a type of a zone defense, they're not able to stay as tightly to their offensive marks. When you get a little time and space like that, it's going to be hard to stop a one-on-one with the goalie.
And the ball did not go high enough in the air, so the official will set the draw up one more time.
So, Harry, we'll watch these. If this ball starts coming out consistently on the same spot, you'll see that the other players around the circle during the draw are going to start to migrate to wherever they expect that ball to come out.
The ball is moving toward the Bedford goal each time. Bedford picks up the loose ball and brings it into the Clippers zone. That's Mackenzie McCackern on the move. Drops it back.
Oops.
Now the pass back to the front of the zone is loose and picked up by the Clippers. And a pass up now to Ophelia Suddy.
Yeah, Dermody looked to go back to McCackern, and I think she had turned her head and wasn't ready for the pass. So it's a turnover and back into the Portsmouth offensive end.
Behind the net, behind X now. Moving up and across. And a check there on Anna Smith by fellow number 10, Sydney Lynch, draws a whistle. It's going to be an 8-meter.
So she's on that floating hash. It's a tough angle, so the goalie actually has an advantage here. You might look for a cutter from the backside to see if they can finish here.
Pulls away, doesn't take the shot. Madeline roll-offs. Over to Mia Smith. Now behind the net, I believe that's Julie Rollis. Her sister Madeline, back up, top. Again, our apologies. A little hard to make out the numbers on the Portsmouth jerseys. Black on maroon. There's a pass to Madeline Roloff, center, broken up, and picked up by Bedford's number 5, Julian Bell. She settles it down, sends the Bulldogs the other way. McCarthy's pass too far. Actually, that wasn't McCarthy. I believe that was Lynch. Either way, I believe the ball will go to the Clippers.
Indeed. Errant pass. Ball went straight out of bounds, so Portsmouth will pick it up. It was a nice cut in the middle. They tried to jam the crease there. Unfortunately, Portsmouth couldn't handle it. Bedford picked it up. Julian Bell doing a nice job on the loose ball and getting it going in her direction.
Isabel Sudi gets the ball in play, gets it up to Ophelia Sudi. Now Isabel with it again. Ball up to Madeline Roloffs. She brings it into the Bedford zone. Pass down low. Good defense there by Bedford, breaking up the play. Anna Smith had to be driven back behind the goal line.
Yeah, again, Julian Bell, she's making a nice name for herself early on in this game. She did a nice job with that goal line defense there, right on the goal line extended. Forced the player back behind.
I believe that was Julia Roloffs who lost her footing there, but the Clippers maintained possession. Now in the crease, a shot off the goalpost. Mia Smith got that. And a rebound put away.
Hit the pipe there, Harry. Hit the pipe, came right back out, fortunately, to a Portsmouth stick. She was able to find the back of the net. We have a Bedford player down. Looks like maybe a tweaked knee or an ankle.
Took my eye off the play momentarily after the ball hit the post.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell who actually got that goal either.
We'll get the official announcement here in a moment.
What did he say?
Corey, were you able to see who got the goal?
Thank you.
And we just got confirmation it was Julia Roloffs with the goal. Number 1, unassisted. That's her second goal, tying it up at 2 apiece. And now we just got the radio confirmation of that goal.
Yeah, again, Harry, that first initial shot bounced off the right post, bounced back off to the goalie's right side, right into Roloff's stick, and was able to bury.
That's an unfortunate bounce. Bedford player still down on the field. We hope whoever it is okay. We'll get a number.
So 2-2 with that equalizer. 2 by Roloffs for Portsmouth, 1 by McCarthy and 1 by Lynch, both served by Julian Bell. And here we find ourselves knotted at 2.
And the card is coming out on the field now to help assist the Bedford player off the field. Might be a knee. issue. The trainer is working the knee.
And I can't quite confirm who that is either. Can't see a number from our angle. You just hope for the best for that player that's down.
And the player is helped up. It is number 14, Natalie Rago.
Favoring her right knee, or maybe right ankle. I think you said knee was being worked on. So hopefully she can get to the sideline, get some treatment, see if she can make a reappearance in this game.
So while we have the momentary stoppage here, remind everybody you're watching Bedford Girls Lacrosse on BCTV 23. I'm Harry Kozlowski along with Corey Munstertiger, bringing you the action. Hope you're enjoying the game. Good close one here between two dominating teams in each division, Portsmouth in Division 2. They're in first place with a record of 14-1. Bedford second place at 13-1, a game behind the Astros of Pinkerton Academy, I should say. Team they had lost to earlier in the season. Now we're waiting for play to resume here.
Second goal was by number 1, Julia Rolas.
So the teams are regrouping now, and they'll take their positions and head back to the draw. So you made the observation last time, Harry, that the ball was consistently going towards Bedford's defensive zone. We'll see if they make any kind of adjustment. Frequently they put their midfielders at different places around that midfield circle during the draw, so they have a better chance to gain possession. But it seems like they're going on opposing ends here again, and maybe they haven't seen that consistency yet.
Does it affect the ball direction at all when you have both players in the draw on the same side of the line?
It can. It depends on the players' stick movements right after the whistle. And you'll see lefty players like to come with their left hand, strong dominant side, as, let's see, I think that's Chamberlain Bell taking the draw here. So she's a lefty, and you'll see that her left hand is closer to that draw.
And once, again, the ball goes into the Bedford end, still on the ground, Portsmouth picks it up.
Mia Smith with the ground ball there. She's going to go aggressively to the cage.
Now she pulls up and we get a whistle.
Looked like we might have had a push. And she'll draw an 8-meter at the center hash. Nice save.
Save, beautiful.
Stick side high by Hannah Paradise.
And what's the official calling here?
So it looked like she took an aggressive step out to make that save and probably came out of her crease and then moved back through the crease, and that is not allowed. Once the goalie comes out of her crease, she's not allowed to go back in it. Fortunately, it's not a free position 8-meter. It's just possession, but it is possession, so Portsmouth will go back on the offense.
Hannah Paradise doing a great job keeping the Clippers at bay. Big save there on that 8-meter play, plus 2 other big saves.
Ooh.
Nice move there by Ophelia Sudi.
Looked like Bedford got away with a shooting space there, so one of the defensive players made a flash in front. Wasn't called for it.
And now we get a call here.
And Sydney Lynch with an aggressive push. So again, Portsmouth's on that floating hash. Very bad angle there, but she might see a cutter on the backside.
And a pass, shot,
nice
save by
another one.
Paradis. Madeline Roloffs, I believe, with that shot on goal. Ball is still loose, bouncing around. Picked up by the Clippers, so they maintain the possession.
Seeing some really strong goalie play from Hannah Paradise. She's really making a couple good saves early on here and helping her defense out.
Ball rolls away there, picked up before it goes out of bounds. Crossing in front of the extended goal line. Being watched by Jessica Ryu. Ball comes loose. Still loose, and it goes off a Portsmouth stick. It's going to be Bedford ball. Anna Smith not able to control that loose ball behind the net.
Good hustle by Ava Gaudette. She kept after that loose ball, forced the Portsmouth player into batting it out of bounds.
Zoe Michaud gets it up to Hannah McCarthy. She evades the check and comes down the middle of the field. Looks a little, see if she takes a shot. She does, and she scores her second goal. All Hannah.
Great drive from the midfield. She started way out here by the 45-yard line, made a catch in traffic, was able to make a few dodges, got all the way to cage and made a nice shot. Good bouncer for her second goal on the day.
So Bedford takes a 3-2 lead at the 13:48 mark on the first on a unassisted goal by Hannah McCarthy. She went not quite coast to coast, but brought it in from midfield. Brought it right down the middle and beat the Portsmouth goalkeeper. Do you happen to have the number of the keeper?
I can't quite tell. I believe it was Grace Jackson back there, but I'm not quite sure. This angle, I can't see the number. And we're getting confirmation it's Grace Jackson.
So on the draw this time, the ball goes straight up, and Hannah McCarthy gets it.
Good control by McCarthy. Got her stick high, was able to grab that ball straight up.
Taking advantage of her height there to take the ball away. McEachern gets it across to Lynch.
She's going to draw an aggressive approach from their defense, so Chamberlain Bell takes it behind.
Gets it up to Dermody. We get a whistle.
It's going to be shooting space. So Dermody's going to take it to that floating hash. She'll have that free position. Again, this floating hash, it's outside that normal fan, so it's a really tough angle. Some players will have the confidence to shoot. Many will pass, like Dermody just did.
She got it to McEachern, but Grace Jackson made the save. Another centering attempt broken up by Portsmouth. Ball still loose, bouncing around.
Good hustle on that ground ball, Chamberlain Bell.
Trying to evade the check. Centering pass, shot,
Pipe.
save.
Pipe.
I'll get the pipe, okay.
Hannah McCarthy made a nice solid shot. Unfortunately, hit the backside pipe, came out.
Julian Bell, though, picks up the loose ball, gets it to McEachern. McEachern has it again. Got the ball back from Dermody. Cross to Julian Bell. Down low to Chamberlain Bell.
There was that cutter in the middle. Couldn't squeeze it.
Loose and picked up by the Clippers. They come the other way.
Corrine Lamond made a nice play on the ground ball. Got it up to her attacker. I think that was Roloffs out there on the far side.
Now she's got a little bit of trouble there. Has to get the ball back.
And so this is a good ride by Bedford. So this is a redefend. You lose the ball, you have to redefend and try to get that ball back on the ground. Hopefully keep it on the offensive end, but Portsmouth does a nice job to clear.
Now here's a Clipper player. It gets knocked down. That is trying to get the number.
It's an aggressive push by Sydney Lynch. And so Portsmouth's going to be awarded a center hash free position.
And the shot.
Wow.
Save. That was kind of a knuckler. Went off the stick funny. I think it fooled Hannah Paredes.
Off-speed pitch. Through the knuckle curve there, Harry.
So at 11:14 of the first half, Portsmouth ties it up. We'll get the number of the scorer.
I believe it was Squire.
18, Sally Squire.
Natalie Squire. Sally Squire with the goal on the 8-meter. And we're all tied up once again.
So 3-3. Hannah McCarthy will go back to the draw at midfield.
Not a high-scoring game today. Some solid goalkeeping on both ends, keeping the score down. Neither team getting a big advantage. Every time Bedford jumps up by one, Portsmouth comes back and ties it up. Off the loose ball, it's picked up by Sally Squire, the goal scorer. Mia Smith gets it across to her teammate. I believe it's Madeline Roloffs. Being checked by Julian Bell. Back to Mia Smith, to Anna Smith, I should say. Mia Smith with it now. Over to Anna. Julia roll-offs. Julia roll-offs again, comes across the extended goal line. Keep dropping it back behind the line. Kind of a circular rotation between the front and the back of the net. Shot high off the goalpost. And again, they're off a rebound. That's I think it's the third goal that they've picked up on a rebound shot in this game.
Stayed with it, was able to pick up that loose off the crossbar. It hit the crossbar. In fact, that first shot, it very well may have gone in. It hit the crossbar, went straight down. If that ball crosses the line, it's a goal, but it wasn't called a goal. Came back out, found a Portsmouth stick, and she was able to finish.
And we'll get the officials.
Goal by number 8, Ellie Seafried.
So Ellie Seafried, number 8, gets the goal. I'll call it unassisted as she picked up a rebound. And the Clippers take their first lead of the game 4-3 with 10:25 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, a little scramble in front there. Paradise made a nice save after the crossbar. And then unfortunately on the third shot, it finally went in.
So Dermody gets it up to McEachern. Bedford trying to tie this game up. McEachern goes around check, peels away. Gets it to Dermody, now back. Here's Julian Bell up top. Pass inside to McCarthy, and a beautiful bounce shot. Beats Jackson, ties the game up at 4.
Great look in the middle by Julianne Bell. Finds McCarthy. She's able to tuck it under the crossbar on a high bouncer.
And
nice shot.
That is the third assist, too, for Julian Bell. So she's doing her part, feeding the rock.
McCarthy with her third on the day, has a hat trick already, and there's only 10 minutes left here in the first half. Maybe that 30 isn't out of reach, Harry.
Maybe not. I'll have to ask Corey Parker to find out what the current stats are on McCarthy, how far along she is to that record.
We might be able to get those stats at halftime.
We'll try to do that for you. Now the draw up in the air and picked up. Nice long stick by McEachern, but she can't control it. The Clippers take it back. Into the Bedford zone, around one check. Still cruising in. Feed to Anna Smith and a whistle. We're going to have an 8-meter.
Yeah, it was shooting space on number 20, Ava Gaudette. Got caught in no man's land. She wasn't close enough to the player, and therefore the shooting space was called. So you have this free position, and it's a goal.
Got it through the wickets, the 5-hole.
So Hannah Paradise was able to make a few good saves early on, but she's been peppered. Consistent offensive onslaught by Portsmouth, and they've put it to 5-4 now with 9:22 left.
I believe that was number 10, Anna Smith, on that 8-meter. We'll get the official word. I was right. It was number 10. And that is her second goal of the game.
I'm leaving you out on a limb there. I can't see these numbers, Harry. It's tough.
It is difficult.
So back to the draw. As you were mentioning, this is a back and forth battle here. So one team will go up one, the other team will tie it. We've had this seesaw battle so far in the first half.
9:22 to play. Off the draw, the ball rolls into the Clipper end, and it's picked up by McEachern of Bedford. Now she peels back, trying to evade the check as their teammates get in formation here. Julian Bell waits for Sydney Lynch to join her. Lynch with the ball. Double team, gets it back to Julian Bell. And a shot there by Riley Chu. That goes wide.
So
Did Jackson get a stick on it?
You're seeing these Bedford players challenge the zone and then look offside for a cutter.
Dermody with it, being watched. Back up high to McEachern. To Bell. Bell tries to change direction. Back to McEachern, now to Bell. McEachern over to Dermody.
Oh, there you go.
And a goal.
So Dermody scores. She was
Dermody,
looking to pass inside to Riley Chu.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looked like a passing attempt.
Riley Chu missed it, and Grace Jackson thought Riley Chu was going to grab it. She was confused and thrown off her position, and lets in a bit of a soft one there. So 5-5.
It's hard to see from here, but is there a chance that Chu might have gotten a stick on it, kind of like a hockey-style deflection?
It very well could have tipped off her stick. You know, I'm not sure who the official scorers will give that goal to, but either way, 5-5, Bedford, Portsmouth are knotted with 8:23 left in the first half. I think you're thinking of Patrice Bergeron right there in the slot getting the stick on it, picking the top corner.
Sure, why not? That's legal, right?
Sure.
In lacrosse.
Oh, absolutely. They all count.
I'm sure it's not common, but if you can do it, you do it.
Yeah, not quite as common as you might see the Bruins.
Draw goes straight up this time. McCarthy reached up to get it, and instead it bounces to McEachern. Driving into the Clippers' end, takes a shot, saved by Jackson.
Nice save by Jackson there. Was able to get her stick down. McEachern challenged her, and she was up to the task.
We're at the 8-minute mark here of the first half, all tied up at 5. Pass attempt is
good hustle.
Off the stick of Julian Bell, goes out of bounds. Clippers will retain possession.
It's good hustle on that redefend, that ride. Bedford's really getting back into this transition game, trying to keep the Portsmouth team on their defensive 2/3.
Clippers carry it down the sideline. Pass down low. Now behind the extended goal line. Come up front.
Good cut. Can't connect.
Centering pass for Ophelia Sudi could not connect. Bedford picks up the loose ball. Here comes McCarthy the other way over the midfield stripe. Now over to Chamberlain Bell, who carries it. Still on the rush. Gets by one defender. Moving across. The fan. Now leaving it there for Julian Bell. Bedford resets its offense.
Yeah, Chamberlain Bell drew a double team there pretty quick. She was able to keep her composure and find her teammate to reset.
Sydney Lynch loses the ball there on a check that draws a whistle. We have a restart. Inside now to McCarthy. She draws a double team, triple team.
Good luck. Nice job. Hannah McCarthy finds Riley Chu on the doorstep. She makes a fake and is able to finish offside hip. Toughest place for a goalie to save the ball, and Bedford goes up 6-5. Nice finish by Chu.
Well, you know, the respect that the Clippers have for McCarthy's scoring prowess drew 3 defenders to her, leaving Chu all alone at point-blank range. And McCarthy knew that, got the ball to Chu, and we have a goal. And the lead back to the Bulldogs here with 6:33 to go, and up 6-5.
Absolutely. So Portsmouth went up 5-4. Bedford with 2 quick goals to get back into the lead. You're absolutely right. Great observation. Hannah McCarthy drew a triple team. You know, if there are 3 people on you, guess what? Somebody else is open. She was able to find Riley Chu on the doorstep.
And now the draw goes toward the Clippers' goal. Still loose. McCarthy had a shot at it, but instead it's going to go to the Clippers' Mia Smith.
I think they called an empty check there.
Oh, correction. So Bedford gets the ball on the empty check.
Looked like a push there, and they'll self-start and settle in the offensive end. So a new rule this year, Harry, in the midfield, when there's a minor infraction, they don't have to wait for the referee's whistle. They can what they call self-start. So they get it up and going, and they score a goal like that. So Sydney Lynch brings it 7-5 on a feed, it looked like, from Hannah McCarthy.
No, I think it was Chamberlain Bell. I think it was 17 who fed it to her, I think.
Okay.
Bedford goal by number 10, Sydney Lynch. Assist to number 17, Chamberlain Bell.
There you go.
Yeah. I like it when I'm right.
So 7-5, 5:57 left in the first half. An onslaught of 3 straight goals by the Bedford Bulldogs puts them up.
The biggest lead of the game, I might point out, by either team.
And a
2
huge
goals.
margin that is, 2 goals, huh?
Well, the scoring has picked up here in the last few minutes. Sorry about that. We'll have the draw here in a moment.
So you can imagine it's quite a delicate procedure there as they get into that draw. Those 2 sticks are elevated, and they have to keep them motionless. And there's some jockeying for position as Portsmouth picks up the ball. Ooh,
Roloff loses
check.
the ball there and got it back.
good check by Zoe Michaud. Got it over the head, was able to make a nice check away from the body. If it was towards the body, she would have been called, but she got the ball on the ground. And unfortunately, Portsmouth was able to corral it back.
Mia Smith with the ball for Portsmouth. She pulls up. Leaves it there for Madeline Roloffs. Working it behind X. Change of direction. Nice save.
Great job by Paradise getting down on that ground ball. The bounce shot right between her legs. She was able to get the stick down.
I think that was Ellie Seafried who took that shot for the Clippers. Change of possession at midfield. Now come the Clippers back the other way.
Ooh.
Long lead pass.
That was a tough one. It looks like the Portsmouth player took that ball right off the face.
So they're going to call timeout here for injury, or just to make sure she's okay.
You know, her teammate saw her. She was open. She put her head down. And unfortunately, the ball hit her right in the face. I think she caught it right on the goggles, and that protective equipment did its job. She's able to play on with not much of an injury.
Ava Gaudette pinned on the sideline here, taken down, and the officials are going to whistle that.
So they're going to call a hold on that. So the stick check needs to be a sharp, abrupt action instead of holding that stick down. I'm thinking that's what the call was there.
Riley Chu draws a whistle. She'll get a restart. And Chu with the ball.
And they'll settle with just under 4 minutes left in the first half. So Portsmouth's taking a little bit of a page out of Pinkerton's playbook here. They're being aggressive on a few of these passes. Pinkerton changed up their defense during the Bedford game and took the Bedford offense out of their comfort zone. And you're seeing a similar kind of thing here with Chamberlain Bell being aggressively played out well beyond the fan.
And she takes it behind the extended goal line. Tried to find McCarthy open, but decided better of it. Julian Bell.
Good save by the keep.
Low shot there, yes.
Nice save by Grace Jackson. And it looks like Portsmouth might have changed their defense. They were playing that backer zone style, and at this possession they looked like they were in a man-to-man.
Crossfield pass, bounces, and broken up by Bedford. Taken the other way there. That was Gaudette.
Nice play on that loose ball. A little bit of a lollipop pass coming over, and Gaudette made a nice play on that.
Now McCarthy gets a stick up to the head here. I think she's going to draw an 8-meter play.
Absolutely.
Here.
She's tough to stop from this position.
She mentioned during the broadcast that she likes to go low 5-hole.
All right, we'll see if she holds true to that. There you go.
Beautiful.
Little fake high, went to the offside low, is able to cash in. So Hannah McCarthy scores her fourth on the day. 2.5 left in the first half.
And that draws an even larger lead now. It's up to 3 goals, 8-5. 3 straight there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was a really nice play there. A lot of times you'll see these players go right to the goal and they won't throw a little fake. That little tiny fake gets the goalie off guard, gets him moving one way or another, as you've seen many times in hockey.
Right.
That little fake has a huge effect. So she's able to fake top right, goes low right, and puts the biscuit in the basket.
The goaltender has no choice but to react to the play, to the move that's being made, and McCarthy had the foresight to kind of get the ball around the leg to the opening. Actually, that was 4 straight goals for the Bulldogs. They're up 8-5. 2:25 to go here on the first half. Portsmouth with possession. Balls drop back to Mia Smith. To Madeline Roloffs now. Portsmouth taking their time here. They have 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Sally Squire with it momentarily. She gets it back now. Just working the perimeter here. Now finally an attack. A
Good
shot
stick
that gets
in.
blocked.
So you're going to get a charge call here. The offensive player was coming down similar to a basketball play. If they're deemed out of control and the defensive player has position, they're going to award it to the defense. So the shot was blocked and they called a charge.
McCarthy sacrificing the body on that play. She gets the ball in the restart and she just races past everybody, showing that speed. Her pass misses Chu and goes.
Nice play by Dermody.
Save there, yeah. Dermody kept it from going out of bounds, but the possession is going to go to the Clippers.
And Riley True making an aggressive effort on the ride. It's going to get called for a check there.
Chu knocks the ball away and picks up the loose ball. Bedford's back in business.
Good job on the redefend. Bedford gets possession again. They're going to head back and a little too early there. So the ref's instructing the defensive players to get 4 meters away.
McEachern evades one blocker. Now pulls up. Bedford settles in. 1:14 to go here. First half. They're up 8-5.
1 minute left.
Bulldogs just working the perimeter right now, waiting for an opportunity. McCarthy drawing a check out up high. Now she gets around, centering pass. But that was well defended there by the Clippers. McEachern not able to get the shot away. Now there's a stick high to the head. I would imagine that's what that whistle's for.
I think they got away with one there. She got hit in the head. That's usually a yellow card, and the player would be sent off for 2 minutes. But I think they're just going to call a check to her head. Or excuse me, inside the bubble. So it's possession back to them.
Dermody gets it to number 5, Julian Bell.
Looked like a shooting space there that wasn't called.
Pulls up. McCarthy knocked down.
And she'll earn the 8 meter.
Let's see if she can add to her goal total. She's got 4 so far.
And she has really nice hands in there. When she gets on the high crease, they try to jam it in there. Get her possession of the ball in a really challenging scoring position. And a lot of times she's earning this exact play, a free position 8 meter. Lefty, she bounces it, misses the cage.
So that shot ineffective, but I believe the Bulldogs will maintain possession. As the Bulldogs are backing it up.
30 seconds left here in the first half.
Back to right, Julian Bell. Julian Bell gets by one blocker, and a shot
Great
saved
save
by Jackson. Ball's rolling. We'll see if Bedford can catch up to it. I think they will. McEachern picks it up. They've got 13 seconds to work with here. Dermody. McEachern loses the ball momentarily. It's loose. She picks it up. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3. So let's see if we can get a shot away. McCarthy with the shot. Misses the net, and we're going to end the first half with Bedford up by a score of 8-5. So kind of a slow start early on. Goaltenders are coming up big with saves, and then the scoring pace picked up by both teams. Bedford was able to score the last 4 games to take this 3-goal lead, 8-5.
Yeah, an impressive performance by McCarthy in the first half. 4 goals. Julian Bell with 3 assists. Sydney Lynch with 2 goals as well. Have put the offensive prowess on display here. You know, the Portsmouth defense has made a couple of adjustments. They've played what looked like a back or a zone-type defense. They started to come out in a regular man defending the 8. And the last few possessions, we saw them out in a really aggressive and a tough defense to play, man-to-man all the way out. So the Bedford quickness has been able to help them separate with an 8-5 lead at halftime.
We've got about 9 minutes to go before the start of the second half. We'll turn things off here just momentarily, and we will be back in 9 to bring you second half action. 8-5, Bedford in the lead. You're watching Bedford Girls Lacrosse on BCTV 23. And we're back. Kind of a quick 9 minutes there, actually more like 5. Trying to get this game wrapped up with some stormy weather in the forecast coming up.
I'll have to have some words with Corey Parker.
So we're ready to start here with the Bulldogs going from left to right now and enjoying a 3-goal lead as we start the second half of play.
Yeah, the Bulldogs made a nice run there at the end of the half. 4 straight goals to separate themselves a little bit with some breathing room, but we'll see. The game of lacrosse is a fast-paced game, and scoring can come very quickly.
Yeah, this Clippers team is more than capable of making up a 3-goal deficit. So McCarthy picks up the ball off the draw, and they're charging in now, getting up to McCackern. Shot. Oh, just misses it.
High bouncer, just a little too high. Went right over the crossbar, but Bedford backs it up. Nice play by Chamberlain Bell to keep possession.
Yeah, but nice aggressive play there.
Definitely.
Kind of a fast break, 2-on-1.
A slight mishandle, but she was able to get it back, get a shot off. And Sydney Lynch makes a nice cut and goal.
Assisted by number 10, or number 17, I should say. That's Chamberlain Bell feeding it to Sydney Lynch. And Bedford builds on that lead. We're up to 9-5.
Yeah, great cut there by Lynch. She was able to evade her defender, get a little bit of space, caught the ball in traffic, switched over to her left hand, and had a nice shot. Was able to beat Grace Jackson back there.
So the 5th straight goal now for the Bulldogs. They add to their lead. Just 30 seconds into the second half. McCarthy in the draw now. Up in the air and loose. Still loose, bouncing and picked up by McCackern for Bedford. She charges into the Portsmouth zone. Gets it up to Riley Chu. Down to the goal line to McCarthy. Now Bedford settles down with the ball. McCackern with it.
So
long pass to, sorry about that, to Chamberlain Bell. Go ahead, Corey.
No, I apologize there, Harry. So it looks like they're going to try to shut off Hannah McCarthy. She scored 4 on them in the first half, and they're going to try to keep her from getting the ball. And Lynch is able to draw a free position here.
Double team there. Ball kind of hit her on the head. She's going to get a free shot at the net here.
So top left hash. She's going to start right-handed. We'll see if she goes over to her left hand, tries to get that left finish again. Ooh, nice play. Great cut by Hannah McCarthy. Sydney Lynch finds her on the backside on that free position, and she finishes low left for her 5th on the day.
And Bedford's up now by 5, 10-5, with 23:35 to go here in the second half.
McCarthy. Assistant number 10, Sydney Lynch.
Again, I don't know what McCarthy's scoring pace was like in other games, but if she's been averaging about 5 goals a game, she could be knocking on the door of that record.
I would say.
Off the draw. Still loose in a circle and picked up by Julian Bell.
Well defended by the Portsmouth player. Got the ball back on the ground. And that's Madeline Roloffs that had a nice play on the ground ball.
Gets the ball up. Now back behind goal line. Up to Julia Roloffs.
Portsmouth subbing through the midfield, and they're waiting for their 7th attacker to come into position.
Bedford just holding their position, keeping the Clippers on the perimeter.
Yeah, see, they have no reason to extend out. They've been playing solid defense, making the offense come to them. And they hold a 5-goal lead, so again, they're not going to be aggressive. Portsmouth player stumbles there. Nice defense by Grace Ann Rooney.
And the ball goes off the stick here. Could be a turnover for Bedford, and it is, unfortunately.
Ava got that, couldn't handle it. So it's a turnover, and Portsmouth will go back on the attack.
Now Julia Roloffs. Down to her sister, Madeline. Another pass. Ball back up high. Pushed
Good
away
defense. Nice defense by Mackenzie McEachern. Stayed solid. Didn't push out. Made it challenging for that offensive player.
there. And it's Madeline Roloffs, just no room to operate. Kept to the perimeter.
She's doing a good job of playing defense with her feet. Position is so important on the defensive side. If your body position gets out of position, I know that's a lot of saying the word position in a row, but that footwork puts you in a good spot to play good defense.
There was a shot and a save by Hannah Paradis, kind of a sharp angle shot. She got her stick on it down low. Portsmouth with the rebound, and they reset on the offense. 21:15 to go here in the game, in regulation. Bedford up 10-6. 10-5, sorry about that. Thank you. Portsmouth just working that perimeter. It is 10-5, sorry about that. Now number 12, Katie Schultz.
It's good patience by the Portsmouth offense. They're not taking bad shots, and they're trying to draw fouls like they just did. Sydney Lynch with a little too aggressive defense, gets a push. Looks like that might be
A free position.
free position. 8 meter for Sally Squire. Makes a nice play to get to her right hand and hits the pipe. We're getting our daily dose of iron today here, Harry. A lot of shots going off the iron.
Now that's Sally Seafried trying to find a lane. Can't do it. Being pushed away.
Again, very good position defense by Mackenzie McEachern.
And a whistle by the official. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, she got her stick a little bit too close to the offensive player's head. She's going to draw an 8 meter here. Tough angle, so this is farthest left, top left hash. Well, went for the ball fake.
Paradis coming up big in this game.
Nice
Two
play
big
by
saves.
Zoe
Sorry.
Michaud. She was looking for that clear on the right side. Decided to pull it back and reverse direction. Got the ball out to Julian Bell. And now they're going to settle in their offensive end.
Chamberlain Bell. To sister Julian. Across to McEachern. Lynch. Back to McEachern and to Bell. Bedford just content working the perimeter here. 19 minutes to go here in regulation play. Chamberlain Bell takes it behind the extended goal line. Being watched. Centering pass to McCarthy. That was a tough angle. Couldn't quite get it on net. But Bedford's in position to pick up the loose ball. Dermody.
McCarthy made a nice play just to catch that ball. Got a shot off. Couldn't hit the cage because it was such a tight angle.
Now Bedford reloads. Tries again. Julian Bell runs into a wall there. Chamberlain Bell
Nice
cut the cross,
save.
and yes, nice save indeed.
Grace Jackson makes a nice stone on the doorstep. Chamberlain Bell came across with her left, faked high, went high, and Jackson made a nice save.
Now pass up to midfield. Bedford bringing its defense out high, trying to make it at least a little harder for the Clippers to enter the zone, but they do. Gaudette making defense there.
Great
There's a
save by Hannah Paradise. Couldn't quite tell if that was stick side or offside, but she made a nice high save. Saved her defense again on that one-on-one.
Loose ball now bounced forward and picked up by Dermody. She's got a lane to the net. Loosed it
good shot.
momentarily, but picked up by teammate. And a low shot that goes wide, and Dermody's able to back it up. That shot was by number 13, Hannah McCarthy.
Dermody did a nice play to back that ball up.
and the keeper put herself out of position.
Yeah, she's awarded the position to get back into her crease, though. So, yes, she was chasing the shot down, but the rules allow her to get back to her crease.
So Bedford with the ball, under 17 to go here in regulation with a 10-5 lead. Chamberlain Bell behind extended goal, looking for a passing lane. That's defended. Turns around, looking for an outlet. Instead, gets it over to Dermody. Dermody cuts in, takes a sharp angle shot that's hit by a stick. And the Bulldogs able to pick up the loose ball. McCarthy. Back to Bell.
Oh,
Bell has trouble.
There.
Yeah, she can't control it. Now back to the keeper, Jackson. And the Clippers have the ball back.
Ooh, errant pass on the outlet. That's going to sail out of bounds and back to Bedford. You know, they had some good patience on the defensive side, got the turnover, but returned the favor, and Bedford will come back on the offense.
So Julian Bell now with it for the Bulldogs. Across to Chamberlain Bell. Moving across the top of the fan. Back to Julian. She's working one-on-one. Pulls back. Gets it to McEachern. McEachern being checked, but gets around her defender. A feed to McCarthy, and she gets knocked down while she shoots, but Bedford's able to back it up.
Some nice tight passing in there. There was really close quarters, and Bedford moved the ball nicely. Nice drive by Mackenzie McEachern. She's going to draw an 8 meter on a shooting space. So McEachern top right. Grace Jackson stares her down. Bouncer sails over the net. Oh, and a nice backup by Portsmouth.
Yeah, she was outnumbered 2-1 back there, but able to pick up the ball. Now the Clippers come the other way. 14:53 to go here in regulation. Passes up to Julia Rolos. Heading for the net. She's got some room to work with. Decides to peel off.
It's good help defense by the Bedford Bulldogs. It looks like it was Julia Krowski that made that nice backup play behind Portsmouth's cage. Gained possession from them, got it into transition along the near side. And Portsmouth will go back on the attack, trailing 10-5 with 14:20 left in the second half. Another great save by Hannah Paradise. She's coming up big today.
We're seeing good saves on both ends here.
Absolutely. These goalies are doing a heck of a job today. You know, she's got that nice step. She's really stepping aggressively to the ball, getting her body in position, so if she misses it with her stick, her body is in the way.
We've got a correction on our roster here. It's Kurowski.
Kurowski, okay.
Make sure we get that right.
Apologize to Julia for that. She made a nice play. We want to get her name right.
Ball is loose. But it's picked up eventually by Kate Schultz. She gets it back to Jackson, the keeper, who sends it right back to Schultz. Pass too far.
Sailed it high, and Julian Bell picks it up, gets it up to Chamberlain Bell. And then another ball is batted down.
That's Julie Rolos now. Crossfield pass, bounces, picked up, and brought into the Bedford end. 13:13 to play here in regulation. Bulldogs up 10-5.
You know, these goalies put in a lot of hard work. I have a goalie at home, and she puts in a lot of hard work facing the solid rubber ball coming at her at fast speeds. So Elsie Munster-Tiger knows a lot about how these goalies are feeling, making a lot of good saves. And another one.
Save. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy, that was a great play there. Got to get the number. Paradis made the save, and the rebound picked right up by the Portsmouth player. We'll get the official score here in a moment.
Yeah, Paradise made another high save. It was offside high, but the rebound came out. It looked like it might be Ellie Seafried. Can't quite tell.
Number 8.
Yep.
Now we get a timeout here called by Christine Hodgson of the Bulldogs. So that breaks the scoring streak for the Bulldogs. They put 6 up in a row. Number 3, Corinne Lamond with the goal. at the 12:47 mark. Makes it 10-6. You know, we've gone, wow, we went almost 10 minutes without a goal, which is quite a long time the way this game is going.
I agree. So Bedford's going to take a timeout here with 12:47 left. They're going to regroup, give their players a little bit of a rest. And, yeah, that was a bit of a stretch there. 10 minutes without a goal. There was some back and forth play in the midfield, some really strong saves by both goalkeepers to keep it a 5-goal lead. And then Portsmouth's able to bury one there on a rebound after, again, another nice save by Hannah Paradise.
And I believe Portsmouth has scored 4 of their goals off rebounds, either off the goalpost or off of a save by Paradis.
Yeah, and that's just sticking with the play. You know, unfortunately they got stoned up top, but Lamond made a nice play on the rebound, scooped up the ground ball, and finished high with her height. She was able to get up and over Hannah Paradise for that 6th goal.
So timeout on the field here, 12:47 to go. The season finale is coming up for the Bulldogs. They will face the Sabres of Souhegan, a game that we're going to bring to you on Thursday, right? 23rd? That'll be a 5:30 tip-off.
I think that'll be senior night for these Bedford High School seniors. They'll honor their senior class with a nice send-off. Parents will come out to the field and probably exchange a rose or two and a kiss and a hug, and they'll thank their parents for all the support over the years of the development for these lacrosse players.
Hence the early start of the game. And we'll be here. I'm sure we'll be broadcasting that senior night ceremony.
Our production crew's giving us a hard time. I don't know. We might have to give them a little overtime pay for that one.
Unless you guys want to call them like we did with hockey. Last time there wasn't anybody.
So Bedford emerges from their timeout. They have a 4-goal lead with 12:47 left in the second half, so about half of the second half remaining. And we'll see what kinds of adjustments are made after that timeout. Harry, do you expect anything here?
Maybe a slowdown on the part of the Bulldogs when they gain possession in the Portsmouth end, try to burn off some clock.
Yep, maybe I agree. A deliberate approach. They're going to probably get their arc around the top of the fan there, bang the ball around the perimeter, and eventually get into their offensive set with 2 attackers behind.
On the draw, McCarthy. Ball bounces toward the Bedford goal, and it's picked up there.
That's Sally Squire. Makes a nice dodge to her right hand. Ooh, that's a tough check right there. Pretty big collision, and she's going to earn an 8-meter.
Yeah, she tried to split the defense there. Paid with her body.
Yep, Sydney Lynch was playing some tight defense there. They collided, and looks like Squire will pick it up. And it might be just outside the fan, so it might... Oh, no, the referee's going to award her that hash. So Squire on the free position at the 8-meter. And Paradise stares her down. Wow.
Great save. Great save.
It's quite a cannon, and Paradise got down on it. She was going 5-hole. And Paradise once again comes up with a nice save.
Ball's loose and picked up at midfield by number 21, Ophelia Suddy. Clippers with the ball again. Bringing it to the Bedford zone. They're down by 4 with 11:39 to go.
Keckern's going to get a push here. So Portsmouth player keeps the ball. Looks like Roloff's over there.
Wheeling around and coming up tight and scoring is number...
It's a good finish. Portsmouth player can't quite tell what number. She drove right-handed along goal line extended, moved back to her left hand, and finished high. Paradise couldn't catch up with it.
So that's 2 goals in a row for the Clippers. They cut the lead now to 3, 10-7 now with 11:20 to go. We'll get you the official score here in just a moment.
Looked like that could have been Mia Smith, but we're going to wait on the official scorer.
Off the draw. Ball's off the stick and rolls into the Portsmouth end. Still loose. Rolling on the ground. Still nobody up with it. Finally, the Clippers come up with it. Mia Smith.
It's good scrappy play by Smith to stay with that ground ball and finally corral it.
Portsmouth in a hurry here to cut this lead down. McCarthy defending it, sending the player behind extended goal line.
You know, Portsmouth did a really nice job of linking some passes through the middle and got that ball into the offensive end nicely. Couldn't quite get the odd man all the way down, so they'll settle down.
Clippers working the perimeter here. They're down 3 here with just about 10-20 to go. Back behind goal line extended, now back up top. They're just cycling it front to back. Shot and a save, and looks like the Bulldogs will back it up.
It's great backup by Jessica Rue.
So the Bulldogs with possession there off that shot.
And it's really important for the for both teams really to keep an eye and a head on backing up these shots. So Bedford did a nice job, but they can't connect on the clear.
You know, the Bulldogs should really be a little more careful with the ball here. Can't afford to give the Clippers too many possessions here with time running down and their lead shrinking. Several players behind goal line extended.
Some picks high. Ooh.
I was going to say that was a good defensive play there by McCarthy, but I think she drew a whistle.
Yeah, I think she got called for a push there. Portsmouth player made a nice job, made a nice play coming off of the pick there. It looks like that's Mia Smith that made a cut right off the pick, drew the foul, and scores.
They're making it look easy. They're more aggressive right now.
So 3 in a row by Portsmouth brings it back to 10-8, 2-goal lead after that free position by Mia Smith with 8:41 left in the second half.
Portsmouth goal by number 16, Mia Smith.
So interesting, Harry. Bedford called the timeout, and now Portsmouth has brought it to within 2 after 2 additional goals. And they're threatening again here. So 8:41 left. They'll go back to the draw. And Bedford really hasn't seen an offensive possession in quite some time.
Yes, I was going to point out that possession is all Portsmouth so far. And goals follow possession. So this is something that the Bulldogs are going to have to improve on, and they do come up with the ball this time. Into the
Chamberlain
zone.
Bell right down the pipe, and she'll score. Nice job, Chamberlain Bell. Aggressive move to the cage. Made a few dodges through their defenders, came back to her right hand and finished high right.
Bedford goal by number 17, Chamberlain Bell.
And, you know, even though I said earlier that I would think that the Bulldogs would slow the play down here, I think with giving up 3 straight goals, it was really important that they get one back here. So
I
Bell
agree.
just decided to go right down the pipe and get that goal back.
She saw the opening, made a split dodge, made a dip dodge, was able to get her hands free and was able to finish. Nice play by Chamberlain Bell.
So 8:30 to go here in regulation play. And Chamberlain Bell with the goal, trying to see if her number comes up. No, I believe that is her first goal. She does have an assist.
2 assists by my count, so 1 and 2 for Chamberlain Bell.
Okay. In the air.
Oh,
and
great
picked
job
up.
by Julian Bell. Makes a great play on the ball. Her goggles come falling off, so they're going to reset and give her possession there. Now, I'm not sure if they were loose enough that they fell off on their own or if she got smashed in the face with a stick, which would be a yellow card, but either way, she'll readjust her equipment and start over.
Kind of like a rebound in basketball. She went up high, went upstairs, got the rebound.
Yeah, if they get their sticks high and able to get the first stick to the ball, it usually rewards the player with possession.
Now, Bell had a lane to the net, and she decided to pull up there. So I think the Bulldogs are going to try to slow down just a little bit, try to take some time off the clock. We're at the 8-minute mark.
And you can see Hannah McCarthy, number 13, is getting face guarded. So her player is not playing any help defense whatsoever. But she's going to run off a pick and score anyway. Great play. Hannah McCarthy from Chamberlain Bell behind. Again, it was a nice pick up top. She was able to rub off the face guarding player. And she'll finish for her 6th on the day.
Bedford goal by number 13, Hannah McCarthy.
Back-to-back goals put the lead back up to a 4-goal advantage, 12-8. And that is McCarthy's 6th goal.
6th goal on the day. Maybe 30's not out of reach. What do you think, Harry?
I wish I knew what her numbers were. She's got to be getting close.
Hey, can we get a sports information director around here, or maybe an athletic director giving us some numbers?
Good idea. Oh, we're just having fun with Corey here.
Bedford High School athletic director Corey Parker's in the booth up here, so we're making him smile up here.
We're just it's all good-natured, Corey, right? We do it because we love you.
He has an extra letter in his name, though, so he spells it wrong.
They're going to do the draw again here.
So 12-8, 7:50 left. Back to the draw. Bedford made a little mini run of 2 goals, and they're going to corral the ball, hopefully. Chamberlain Bell picks it up, and they'll settle. Ooh, skip pass out at midfield.
McEachran's there to pick it up, though. And she's just moving around, gets a cut, has a lane to the net, takes a shot and scores.
Looked like her stick got checked on that shot. McEachran makes a nice play on the ground ball, dodges 2 players, throws an off-speed shot, and it finishes top left. Stick side high on the goal. It looked like it caught her off guard on the speed, but it still counts, and the Bedford Bulldogs go up 13-8.
And just like that, they erased that run by the Clippers and pushed the lead back up to 5 goals once again. 7:27 to play here. No time to let down, but at least a little breathing room here as we head into the final moments of this game.
So only 23 seconds in between those last 2 goals to push it back to a 5-goal lead. And we go back to the draw.
In the air, hits the stick, and Chamberlain Bell comes up with it again. Bedford making those possessions count.
And Chamberlain Bell's done a really nice job on the draw, getting the ball straight up and then corralling the Lucy's.
Ooh, that was a dangerous play.
Looks
Riley
like
Chu catching on in the face.
It looks like she caught a stick check in the face, but they're not going to call it. She'll take a free position anyway.
Chance to push the lead up to 6, biggest lead of the game for Bulldogs if she's successful. Shot and a save
Good
by
save.
Jackson, beautiful. But the rebound picked up by 23, Dermody, and Bedford's back on the attack. Dermody approaches extended goal line, decides to pull back. Now to Chamberlain Bell. Centering pass to McCarthy.
Oof.
Her shot just goes wide, but backed up by the Bulldogs. They retain possession.
We've seen that play before. It was the last one Hannah McCarthy scored from Chamberlain Bell, the high pick on the near side. Ooh. Bell found, it looked like it was Chu in there. She couldn't handle.
I think this went off a Portsmouth player. Yes, it did. The officials are going to keep the ball with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looked like Bell found Chu right in the middle. A little high, she couldn't handle it. Golden opportunity to put it out to a 6-goal lead. We're going to get a shooting space here. So Sydney Lynch makes a nice left-handed drive, and Portsmouth player was hanging out in the crease a little too long. Looked like that was Corinne Lamond, who was called for the shooting space. So Sydney Lynch will go to the 8-meter.
She ran out of room right away and caught a stick in the face, looks like. Goes down.
And no call? No call. So Bedford backs it up. And Dermody will give over to Chamberlain Bell. Back to that pick play. A good drive by Chamberlain. She'll draw a foul inside the fan, and she'll go to the 8-meter. And it's going to be a top left hash. So nice drive by Chamberlain Bell. Earns her the free position 8-meter. Ooh, good aggressive check back there by Portsmouth player. Again, we're having a heck of a time with the numbers. You want to be able to say the names, but can't tell who it is.
And Sydney Lynch actually did a smart play there by knocking the ball away, giving her more of a chance to chase it down and retain possession. And now she draws an 8-meter play here.
Yep, she's on that floating hash, so again, it's a tough angle. And we'll see if she just pulls it out or finds a cutter on the backside. See, number 5, Julian Bell. Yep, there you go. And she'll, ooh, nice shot and a nice save by Grace Jackson. She got down on that ground bouncer shot and is able to keep it out to keep it a 5-goal game with 4 minutes left.
Jackson trying to get away from the forecheck of Dermody. Finally gets the ball up the field. Pass at midfield up to number 2. I think it's Madeline Rolos. Brings it in.
She evades 2 players over there and waits for her offensive teammates to get up.
Time ticking away here for the Clippers. They've got a 5-goal deficit to make up here with 3:30 to go. Getting a little dim here. The field lights are not coming on. There's only minutes to go in this game, so.
Well, nice dodge.
The middle, yes. Let's get that number. That was a beautiful
nice dodge.
play.
That was Roloffs, Julia Roloffs, making a nice right-handed dodge. Comes across for a face dodge, avoids 2 players, and finishes low left on Hannah Paradise, who couldn't catch up with that to make it 13-9.
Portsmouth goal by number 1, Julia Roloffs. Unassisted.
So that's Roloff's 3rd on the day. She had 2 quick ones out of the gates and gets back on the scoring sheet for Portsmouth's 9th goal with 3:04 left in the second half. And we'll go back to the draw here.
Pretty key for the Bulldogs to get this possession. They could take off some significant time if they can just maintain possession here on this draw.
So Hannah McCarthy will take it for the Bulldogs with Lynch and McEachern around the circle. And McCarthy gets possession.
Gets her own loose ball.
Ooh, catches a cross check in the head too. And she'll self-start and get pushed again.
She certainly has the attention of the Clippers. They follow 3 or 4 follow her around everywhere she goes.
Well, when you score 6 goals, Harry, that's probably a good idea on the defense. So now they're going to take the air out of it. So 2.5 left, 4-goal lead. We're going to see Bedford really kind of extend out this defense. When the defense extends, it's going to leave them open for quick players to get past them.
Yeah, I'm noticing now. I was going to say, how long are they going to wait for the play to open up for him?
Yep, and McEachern does a nice job of going aggressively. She back cut, caught the ball, and got a shooting space on the Portsmouth defender.
McEachern shot.
Nice
scores.
job. Faked up high, went back down low left. Beats Jackson for the 14th goal of the afternoon. Nice job by McEachern. That's 2 in a row for her.
Back to a 5-goal lead now, 14-9 with just under 2 minutes to go.
That one might have just put it out of reach for the Portsmouth Clippers. So Bedford up 14-9. And we'll head back to the draw. And both Chamberlain Bell and Hannah McCarthy have been doing a really nice job at the draw here, gaining a majority of the possessions. I haven't kept exact score of one lost on the draw, but it seems like Bedford has won probably 60 to 70% of these.
Ball bounces to McCackern. She picks it up, and Bedford controls here with 1:50 to go. Out to Lynch. Lynch being surrounded now. Changes direction, gets it to Dermody. To McCackern.
They're going to try to play a game of keep away here and really take the air out. She's
And
drawn a double team and is quick enough to get around it.
All the Portsmouth players can do is try to meet her out. Now there's a pass inside and a shot and a goal there by Sydney Lynch. The assist there from Hannah McCarthy. So 10 from 13 with 1:21 to play makes it 15-9. The biggest lead for the Bulldogs so far, 6 goals.
Assist number 23, Courtney Dermody.
Yeah, Harry, we talked
Correction,
about
Dermody,
that.
Not okay, I said McCarthy. It was Dermody who got the assist there.
We talked about the defense extending out, and when they do that, they leave themselves open on the backside for cutters, and a lot of space opens up. So we saw the result of that. Lynch was able to bury high with her left hand. Nice play.
And I would say now that the lead is looking pretty safe. 6 goals with 1:21. So the Bulldogs are on their way to their next win. I'm trying to see how many wins in a row they got. 2, 4, 6, 8. This will be their ninth win in a row.
That'll put them on a good track heading into the playoffs. They have one more season finale, as we talked about, on Thursday.
Yep, they're going to be facing the 11-2 Souhegan Sabres on Thursday. That'll be senior day here. Now we've got another 8-meter, but the Bulldogs decide to just pull back and take some more time off the clock. An errant pass goes loose, and there come the Clippers the other way.
Miscommunication there at midfield. Player was cutting and didn't expect the pass. So, however, they're back into a loose ball situation at midfield. We're going to get a push on Portsmouth, and Riley Chu, who was hustling back on that ride, will pick it back up for Bedford and finds Julian Bell on the far side.
So 45 seconds to go in regulation. Bulldogs would be happy to just burn the rest of this clock out, not even take a shot on goal.
Yeah, I think the Portsmouth players are realizing that too. They're going to settle back and let the time run out.
30 seconds to go.
So we saw some really good goalie play today here, Harry. Some saves on both ends.
Sure
both
did.
Grace Jackson and Hannah Paradise making some stones on the doorstep. Some up high, some down low, some bouncers. Overall, great goalie play. I'd say game ball will go to Hannah Paradise. Although Hannah
One
McCarthy.
of them anyway. Yeah, I was going to say Hannah McCarthy with her 6 goals would definitely earn a game ball. But, yeah, I think Paradise earned one as well. I could think of at least 4 or 5 really big saves she made. And if she doesn't make those, we're talking about a 1-goal game, if not worse.
Totally agree. Those players will go and get their goalie, pat her on the helmet, and they'll close out the afternoon with a 15-9 win, Bedford Bulldogs.
So congratulations to the Bulldogs, improving to 14-1, and depending on what the Astros do today, they are momentarily tied for first place, although the Astros have the head-to-head advantage.
And so, Harry, some late-breaking information here. I'm told that Hannah McCarthy, on that last goal, her 6th of the day, she broke the New Hampshire all-time career scoring record with, I don't have a number, but that's a lot of goals. 343 goals for Hannah McCarthy.
Amazing.
Previously held by Drew Shapiro, Bedford alum, at 342.
I'm not sure if you heard that in the background. It was previously held
Drew
by...
Shapiro, I remember her. I remember when I was covering these games for the Union Leader. Drew was the big gun for the girls team.
So congratulations to Hannah McCarthy on breaking that record. Fantastic day for her with 6 goals. The double hat trick. Fantastic day for Hannah Paradise back in goal. And they close out a nice win with 1 game left.
So that does it from here. Do you want to do a quick recap on scoring? Like we said, McCarthy with 6 goals. She breaks the state record, or the Bedford record, I should say.
Yeah, really, honestly, that's the story. McCarthy with 6 goals. We had Lynch in there with at least 3. We had Julian Bell with a few helpers there. Chamberlain Bell with another few helpers. For Portsmouth, it looked like Julia Roloffs had 3 goals. And Smith with 2. Seafried and Lamond Squire each added 1. And so that'll sum up the scoring on both sides. But again, the story today was Hannah McCarthy breaking the all-time scoring record with 6 goals on the day.
The all-time Bedford record. Congratulations to her. We will be back here. She'll add to that record, I'm sure, on Thursday. We'll be back here for senior night for the girls against the Souhegan Sabres. It's a 5:30 start here at Bedford High School Stadium, and yours truly, Harry Kozlowski and Corey Munstertiger, will be here to give you all the play-by-play. Along with Bill Jennings on the camera, we thank you very much for tuning in. Final score, 15-9. The Bulldogs victorious over the Portsmouth Clippers. You've been watching Bedford Girls Lacrosse here on BCTV 23.